Hi, Mary Beth. Welcome back to my kitchen. You know, today I have really the greatest little gift for you guys. It's my sweet friend, Missy. Used to be Brennan, now Reeves.
Yes.
I knew you then. I knew you in the Brennan. And before we get started on our great little treat we're making today, I have to tell the story of a blooper, actually. And you probably don't even remember this, but you were probably like 18 or 19. So sweet.
Right.
You were in a scene with Alice Horton and Tom Horton. And you were supposed to walk by and say you were all aggravated about something and put your arm in a pie.
I knew you were
And
going
it was
to say
about
that.
4 tries getting the pie. It was like a whipped cream, like meringue thing.
Yes.
And finally, Tom takes off his glasses and he hands them to you. And there's giant glasses that McDonald carried. So funny.
So I would get my hand in that
Yeah,
pie.
I know, it's so cute.
I know,
We miss them. We miss them every
do.
day, don't we?
Yes, and such a gift to work with
I
the
know.
amazing people that we work with all the time.
I know. So we're going to make a pot pie today, and I'm so excited because I have never made one.
Well, it's a chicken pot pie, and I've done this so many times. So sometimes I'll make a chicken pot pie for dinner and then make an apple pie for dessert. So you have all your crust, you have everything, and
delicious.
it's you have dinner and dessert in the oven. And because we can't go over there and cook right now, we have our hot Dutch oven here.
Semi-hot, but we wanted you guys to see the whole action.
So what we're going to start with is our butter.
You can pass everything to me. I'm the go-girl over here.
Look at this. It is doing great. So we want to do that. We want to get our butter nice and melted in there. And then, of course, what makes your house smell amazing is adding your onions with your butter. So then after you get your butter melted with your onions, what you want to do is
we're going to kind of fake it. We're a little bit here.
We're going to fake it, yeah. We're going to add the flour, and it's going to get real. Here's a little bowl. It will get real thick with your butter and onions. Once your onions are real soft and your butter's all melted and your flour is all mixed in with that, then you want to start adding your milk.
This will help us. And I think they call that a roux, don't they?
Yes, and it gets really rich and creamy. And so everything, honestly, you want to keep stirring and stirring because you don't want any of it to burn. And flour and milk, it'll start burning if you don't pay attention to it. And then you can lower your heat a little bit also. And then once you get this real thick, and then you're going to add your chicken broth into there. So then once this is all melted and you have this beautiful steaming broth, then you're going to add all of your vegetables. And this is so hot by this point. And listen, there are nights where I don't want to cut up 50 million vegetables. So in the market, I just buy 2 bags of frozen vegetables, and I will buy rotisserie chicken, so the chicken is already cooked and really seasoned so nicely.
I love that. Those are the best.
It's so great.
And I'm not going to be able to make a rotisserie chicken better than theirs, right?
I know, it's so true. So
we added celery and that shredded chicken. Do you do just white meat or you do the whole chicken?
You know what? It depends. Sometimes I'll do the whole chicken. It depends on who we're having for dinner. So then once you have this beautiful mix here, you can add salt and pepper to taste. I know people like to, spice it up.
I'm going to grab that. I have some.
Right?
Look how fast I was. Okay.
You add some salt and pepper.
I love
that's
cracked
good.
pepper.
I know, right? It's so
Missy,
nice.
we would make a good team cooking together.
We would. I like this. And if I got to be in your
house
house every day, it would be awesome.
Well,
So
they'll
look
think
how
that we're
beautiful
pros.
that is.
That's gorgeous.
So that looks pro, right?
It looks like really pro, even with our little blob of butter, but that would be all melted and fabulous.
That would be all melted, all mixed together. And then once you have that nice and hot and bubbly and steaming, we're going to just remove this for now. You have a choice. You can pour the whole thing into a really deep dish pie and make it like a giant
everybody's
pot
gonna
pie.
scoop into.
You can slice
I
it out.
like this idea
I love
better
these too.
because
so
like real pie, the crust is my favorite.
So then you take your crust and you can cut it however you want. So sometimes when I'm doing a giant pie, I'll do a big crust, cut around the outside edge, and I'll make some little decoration with the extra.
Right.
So let me show you. I might be able to do that with this.
I had an apple pie company for a while,
Yes.
You know this.
I know.
And I made these little teeny apple pies for Williams Sonoma. I actually was a big seller one Thanksgiving.
Yay.
But I made the mistake of they had these little cutters and they said, would you put these on top? And I said, oh, sure.
Yes.
So I did that, and then we photographed it like that, and then when it came time to mass produce it, nobody would make those leaves.
Do you know what?
So I made 11,000 leaves cut out
I did
to go
the
with
leaves.
the pies.
Now, actually, I cut this a little short, but I just wanted you to see. The other one, I'll do full pinch around the edges, but sometimes...
You know what I do with my, you can just
do
kind of,
that?
yeah, you can just kind of fake it
Right.
and kind of squish it and do it on
But
this
you know
side
what
like
I do with this? say the Smiths are coming for dinner,
Okay,
right?
Smiths. I know them.
Say the Smiths. So I'm going to.
an S or
I will
something?
make an S. I will
Missy,
roll
you're
out
too
the extra
cute.
dough.
Just the cutest.
Just so they feel a little
You're the cutest.
special. And then, you can get fancy and you can go around the edges with a fork or a knife
Right.
and do all the little
Right.
slits. And then you always want it to breathe a little, so you want to go down. And sometimes
Cute.
sometimes I'll
It's
get,
almost like a
I want it
little-
to be like a little star.
Like
you know,
little
you
blackbirds
can-
are going to fly out of it or
Yes, it's so sweet. And then
Okay.
you want to take your egg wash before you throw it in there.
Okay.
Is it dripping
something.
everywhere?
Well, it doesn't matter.
It's so beautiful when it comes out, I
Isn't it?
promise.
Now
Yes.
this is puff pastry, right? So this
Yes.
is just store-bought puff pastry.
Yes.
The little sheets. Talk about easy. You didn't have to make the
Easy,
dough.
easy,
It comes
fast.
out so beautiful, doesn't it? We're gonna put
Ready?
these in the oven, and we're gonna show you in a minute what we
We'll
got.
be right back. So here they are.
Oh my gosh, Missy.
The done. You want to wait till they're bubbling like that.
And you
before
almost want
take
people
them out.
sitting at the table.
Yes.
Don't you?
Yes,
Because what a
yes.
presentation to get a bubbling hot pie.
Right? Look at that.
Let's dive in.
And
This
it's
looks so
golden
good.
brown. And you can actually, once you start to see it get golden like this, I would take it out because I'm telling you, if you leave it in just a couple minutes
kinda
too
rubbery.
long, it still kind of heats like this, even after it comes out, and it can still get darker and darker. So you want to take it out. The lighter the crust, the better.
Oh God, look at that.
Look at that.
You are a pro.
Look at that.
Look at all bubbling in there too.
That is amazing.
I almost don't want to dive into it.
I know,
It's so
it's
pretty.
beautiful.
But I might have to anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, and
I
you know,
always pick at
and,
the crust
and
first.
puff pastry is really amazing.
It's so good.
Like,
Wow.
oh my gosh, it's
It's
so
burning
blazing hot.
It's amazing. Of course, I ate some of the crust first.
Oh, that's amazing.
So good, right?
How lucky are we? How lucky are we to have this little angel with us? You know what? And our quote for today: "Food is memories."
Food
and I
is
think for us,
memories.
we would say that because we're both
would.
mamas. We both take such pride in our families.
Love our
And love you,
families.
baby.
Which is
We'll
great.
see you next time, everybody.
Bye.